Notts County came knocking at a bit of a really weird time, certainly from the outside looking in. Sven-Goran Eriksson's there. They're signing players like Sol Campbell and Johnnie Jackson. I mean, what was it as bizarre as
it was? It was a crazy time in life, really. Like I'd had 3 years at Colchester and been, one of the main players of the side and really successful. And then Paul Lambert come in and I didn't have a falling out with him, but he just never fancied me. And you literally go from like being thinking that you're going to play every week to out the frame and wondering, where you go from here. And I wasn't really training with the first team. I was training with the kids, and I was thinking like, I don't know where I'm going to go from here. And then literally out the blue, I was playing golf one day, I think, with one of my mates, and I got a phone call from the Notts County manager. And obviously all the stuff had already started happening. You'd seen players signing for them. So I hadn't signed yet, but I knew that there was momentum happening there. So I went up and met them. But I was also talking to Phil Parkinson at the time about coming here. And obviously I wanted to come here because
was that your preference?
Yeah, I was in London. I didn't want to really go up to Nottingham. I was desperate to sign here, and I was sort of trying to play it off, really, saying to Parky, look, I've got this offer on the table from Notts County. It's a good offer, I don't really want to go and play League Two. I don't really want to go and move away from London, but they've offered me 3 years on decent money, and like I can't really turn it down. Sort of over to you, like what are we going to do about it? And he was sort of saying, no, don't go and sign. Bear with me. I've got budget meetings and plan meetings and things like this, and like, I really want to sign you. But this went on and on and on for a bit, and the window was coming towards an end. The season had started.
Took too long. And
I still hadn't signed for Notts. And even on the day that I was going up there, I spoke to him again, Phil, and he was saying, don't sign, give me another few days, another week or whatever. And I was like, I'll be honest with you, I can't. This offer's there. It might not be there in a week. I want to sign here, but if all of a sudden I don't sign there and they sign someone else and then I can't sign, I'm back to Colchester training with the kids. So I had to take the chance, really. So I went up there, I signed that day, signed a 3-year deal, and they had this 5-year plan, they was calling it, to get into the Premier League. It was crazy, but...
Did you believe in that when they were saying
I did. The reason you believed is because Sven, he wasn't the manager, but he was like director of football. You had Kasper Schmeichel there in goal, and you was hearing all these figures about what they was earning, and they'd signed all the best League Two players. So it was obvious, like that year, we was going up. It would have been down to what they do beyond that. But then obviously Sol signed. You was hearing rumours every day, like Nedved apparently was signing, honestly.
Oh, I didn't hear that one.
Yeah, Pavel Nedved was meant to be coming in.
Yeah.
I can't remember some of the names, but it was mad, like, to think. And then obviously Sol did show up, so you was like, well, Sol's on board, and apparently he signed a 5-year deal.
He played one game, didn't he?
Yeah, he played one game at Morecambe, got the run around from... I can't remember, some journeyman striker, and that was it, chucked it in. But then he ended up going back to Arsenal that same year and playing in the Champions League. So
funny old game.
It was a crazy time, crazy time. But we had a really good team for that level, So the first bit of the plan worked amazingly, but it became obvious after 5-6 months before Christmas, really, that there was problems like off the pitch financially. We didn't get our money or anything like that. They always paid us, but often it'd be a little bit late, or there'd be like bonuses missing, or you'd hear that Sven had not got his money that month, and
something just wasn't quite right.
No, it wasn't right, and he'd always come in and basically he was the one who took the brunt of it, really, because as players, we'd ask for clarification, and it'd always be Sven who'd come and try to explain rather than, the financial people or the chief exec or things like that. So it was a mad time, But I knew pretty soon that what I'd signed up for weren't going to happen, So then I started making moves about, trying to get out of there.